Ну а теперь поехали за объективом. Ну, удачной работы. Трун-трун-трун. Мне на работу завтра, как всегда, с утра. Поэтому сегодня еще вот, ну, чуть-чуть постримлю. А потом пойду отдыхать. Тук-тук.
Yes? Hello?
Oh,
Mrs.
yes.
Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Ну, снимай трусы, сейчас будем инвестигировать.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
О боже.
And Lester knew about that?
I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Мудила. То есть, получается, она использовала песню «Застрахуй, братуха, застрахуй Нагана».
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks.
Пойдем в морг. Immediately значит immediately.
All units, 211 in progress, 933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified.
Но, конечно, обычный рандомный вызов важнее. Мне нравятся они добавляют немного экшена в рутину расследования.
All units, 211 in progress, 933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified.
Car 11 King responding. Go ahead.
Car 11 King, 211 in progress at the United Artists Theater, 933 South Broadway.
Знал бы я, что эти коды еще значат, было бы вообще заебись.
Now remember, you call the cops and I'll hunt you down. Got me?
Too late, asshole.
God damn it!
Ну поехали. Приехали.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Get up there after him, Phelps.
Бегу как могу.
Your movement! Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Да в смысле? Просто ударил его по голове. Ну что, такая слабая голова?
Can you drive to this one? You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Центральный морг.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Undoubtedly, there are such persons in Hollywood, as you will find elsewhere in America. But we neither shield nor defend them. We want them exposed. We're not responsible for the political or economic ideas of any individual.
Мне нужно еще доказательства. Бля, карта тут большая, да? Бля, достаточно? Достаточно большая. О чем мне лог говорит? Ага. Мне говорит статистика. Story case complete. 5 из 21. Street crimes. Неплохо. Точно, 65%. Неплохо.
If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda,
can we try to get there in one piece?
All units in the vicinity, see the security guard at 459 there now at 536 South Figueroa. Unit to handle code 2, identify.
For 4 years, the brave men of our United States Armed Forces fought gallantly on distant...
Еще успею.
to secure our freedom and our future. Now we have our boys home again. Felicianville's developments would like to help you to secure their future. I'm Leonard Monroe, and I'm here today to offer you every peacetime soldier's wildest dream. With our new house and land packages...
We have the knife, we have the... That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Глупые, глупые, глупые люди.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Don't let that asshole get away.
I got your place.
All right, I give up.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Hands behind your head!
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
So, initial report came back with an ID on our victim, Lester D. Pattison of 182 North Hope Street. Captain wants us there double quick.
Давайте сначала сюда поедем, а потом все остальное. Потому что вырисовывается очень интересное дело.
Take it easy.
What's with that guy?
Ту-ту-ту-ру-ту-ту-ту.
INS officer needs assistance, 540 West 9th Street at Uncle Sam's Army Supply, 540 West 9th.
I don't know what you're talking about. We weren't doing nothing.
I've seen you little sons of bitches prowling around my store. I'll show you. I'll teach you not to.
Sir, drop the weapon. You've been drinking, sir. You don't really want to.
3 times I've been robbed. Ain't nothing gets done about it.
Нихуя себе. Полиц-офицера и мужика.
Put him down.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Вы недостойны жить, ребята.
11 King calling KGPL. I've been involved in a shooting. Suspects are down. Need an ambulance to 540 West 9th Street. It's a code 4. Notify a supervisor, the coroner.
Roger, 11K. All units be advised, suspects are down at 540 West 9th Street. Shooting at Uncle Sam's Army surplus is code 4.
You can drive.
You can drive.
We've spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of you
jury.
to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
you
with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
Oh my God!
Ah, shit, out of my way! Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Call the police! Call the police!
You stay back. I'll ice this one. I don't care.
Put the weapon down now.
Help me!
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Я в руку стрелял. Чего они не роняют оружие?
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Понимаю.
Phelps, Bukowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Опять работать.
I swear the more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Keeps Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe a word of it.
What the hell?
Ну, пошли смотреть на эту вашу пропавшую машину. Точнее, найденную.
Hey, look out for the pedestrians.
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
Well, Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. It's terrible enough being murdered like that without having the death strewn all over the front pages.
Open your eyes!
Небольшая царапина, что ты переживаешь?
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him. Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Frazer from 6 West 2nd Street.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
All right. Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Car 11K to KGPL. Suspect in custody requires transport back to Central Station. Requesting a patrol unit.
Put your hands in the air!
11K.
Им просто берет, отсоединяет руки и воздух.
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with 2 tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive. You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
If this is a forgery, it's top-notch. This will need to be traced. You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky-backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble. Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Tag his possessions as evidence and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, Detective.
Do you know who my father is?
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
Всегда politicians.
The paperwork all looked above board, and he seemed like a clean-cut kid.
Oh, well, I get it now. You see some kid who's basically you 5 years ago and assume he's got to be innocent.
I'm more than happy to be proved wrong.
Hey, if he'd been black... Now look what you've done! Hey, if he'd been black or Hispanic, you'd be singing a different tune. You spout all this communist crap about treating everybody the same, but it only works one way.
I'm not sure that's communism, Stefan.
Oh, God, please. Not another history lesson from the man who single-handedly won the war.
Are you finished?
Yes. I feel much better now. Ah, you're gonna kill someone!
Когда у меня есть возможность, то я так и стримлю. Когда я был некоторое время без работы, я стримил каждый день по 8-12 часов. У меня просто личной жизни нет. Что мне еще делать? Так что, если есть возможность, я стараюсь стримить побольше. Если нет возможности, я не стримлю. Ну, тут логично. То есть, если бы ты начал меня смотреть года так 2 назад, то я там бы каждый день подолгу сидел. А у меня есть наручники, которые абсолютно перфект для тебя.
Richard Coombs at your service. You looking to trade in a black and white, boys?
Mr. Coombs, we're investigating an
Бля, знакомое ебало.
name of Cliff Harrison claims he bought the car here.
Well, some people would say that my cars are a steal. That's a joke, son.
Very amusing, Mr. Coombs.
I remember Harrison. It was a green two-tone Kaiser Frazer, if I remember rightly.
Do you have the bill of sale?
It's in my office. Walk this way. That's a joke too, son.
Phelps, you mind if I shoot this guy? He's getting on my nerves.
Permission granted. Ну, показывай.
Here it is. Got the original pink slip there too.
Так что, учитывая, что у меня сейчас есть работа, я могу так стримить только 2 дня в неделю. Но в основном в субботу ДНД, это полдня. То есть с утра подготовка, проверка, потом немного сыграть, потом уже пообедать полноценно. И потом уже вот до вечера постримить, поэтому не получается так много. Но вчера, получается, 9 часов постримил вместе. 4 часа ДНД и 5 часов Дигимонов. Сегодня он чуть-чуть тоже постримил.
Gene Archer, 146 North Fremont Avenue.
Harrison's purchase receipt was legit, at least. We have a couple of questions.
All right, fellas. Shoot.
Can you tell us how you came to buy the car?
Girl just wandered in right off the street.
Nothing unusual about the car.
Not really my usual type of vehicle. The price was certainly right, though. Nice girl, but about as sharp as a bag of wet mice.
Did you pay with check or cash?
A check. She wanted it made out to cash, but I insisted. Man has to watch his cash flow.
What name?
I made it out to Gene Archer on the Bank of Arcadia.
Can you describe this Gene Archer?
Brunette, maybe 25, 26. A little on the plump side, but not bone ugly.
What was your impression of her?
Kind of harried and harassed. In a hurry to go somewhere, but no place to go. You get to know the type.
Интересно.
When exactly did you hand over the check, Mr. Coombs?
Close of play on Friday.
Why didn't you pay her cash? You knew the car was dirty.
I had an inkling. When people are in a hurry for money, always pay by check, son. Gives you a couple days to back out.
This was all above board.
Yes, of course it was.
Did this look legitimate to you, Coombs?
I'm in used cars, son, not bearer bonds. In my business, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Now don't come on all high and mighty with me if you want my help.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Coombs. We need to continue the investigation.
Hope you sort out your problem with Mr. Harrison. Go easy on him, son. Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. He's built too low. The fastballs fly over his head.
Let me shoot this guy, please.
You have a pleasant day, Mr. Coombs.
Have a pleasant day, Mr. Com.
Did you double check all the paperwork? Who's it made out to?
I'm at a
Did
loss.
you double check all the paperwork? Who's it made out to?
Можно спиздить у него машину просто? Я ж мент, не можно. Алло?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Requesting an APB on Gene Archer, age approximately 25, on suspicion of Grand Theft Auto.
I'll relay the information.
Are there any messages for me?
A James Velasco is being held at Central Station on suspicion of GTA. Possible link to the Harrison case. They're waiting on you to conduct the interview.
Thanks for your help.
Как говорится, понимабельно. Я что-то не сделал, если оно еще показывает меня на него. Или нет.
Advice?
Please, Phelps, I'm begging you, get the information out of this clown so we can leave.
I look for the ideal customer, son, and you ain't halfway dumb enough.
Ладно, поедем сейчас куда-то, покатаемся.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a marquee printing company.
Marquee Printing Company, sure. Just a moment. Aliso Street, near San Pedro.
Thank you.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Это на кому? Мне или... Подозрительно.
California. This is KTI Radio. News from Washington.
Here's a chicken and egg question for you. Do you think you have to be an asshole to sell cars? Or that selling cars turns you into an asshole?
You've got it in for everyone today, haven't you?
I've always got it in for car salesmen. Doesn't matter what day it is. And why do they always think they're comedians when they're about as funny as a heart attack?
Maybe the more annoying they are, the quicker you sign on the dotted line, just to get the hell out of there.
Не исключено.
They'll be lodged in a convent school. Here they will pay $6.50 of their wages for board and lodging. They at least are no longer among Europe's wanderers.
Empty. Should have known that Archer Broad would have given us a false address.
We should go to the station, see what this Belasco guy has to say.
Whether or not life in the Western Hemisphere has
Нет, я сначала в Printing Company поеду.
by war and ideology.
I have a hunch, if you can say so.
Capitol Records presents Marcia Tilton with her lovely tune. That's my desire.
Slow down!
Я уверен, что когда я не смотрю и ты за рулем, ты сносишь все, что ты видишь.
You're a goddamn menace!
That price is outrageous.
Так, тут я отойду на пару минут.